Most parents now within this generation also working and having commitments, they would see a faith school, an Islamic school, as a matter of convenience, where they can send their child, learn their subjects and achieve academically, as well as learn about their religion.
Most of the Muslim parents, they feel that they need to pass on the Islamic values to their children, which is not possible at home by themselves. If a person goes to Islamic school and understands his religion well, it will help him to fulfill the duties and responsibilities as a Muslim.
And you get to see, other Muslim staff, children of the same faith but from different backgrounds, being exposed to, Islamic history, which is something that they probably wouldn't be able to see in other schools.
There was discrimination and racial abuse around the world, and especially in this country. So some parents thought it's good. Some parents thought now to send their children to Islamic environment to be safe.
Most people again are doing it because of having that facility in the area.
How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
What school do you attend?
I attend an Islamic school called Madrassa-State. First day, I didn't actually mind going to Islamic school, seeing as I was interested in the Islamic stuff. But now I think that it has an influence on my life and how I'm going to become.
If there is no funding in that school, they may not have ICT suites like we do in most schools. They may not have interactive whiteboards, or they may not have resources that are accessible for them.
Teaching-wise, with the methodologies and the resources, state school they contribute more. On the other hand, in Islamic schools, in terms of moralities and values, this aspect is found in the Islamic schools.
Some of the teachers don't come, so we miss out on some of the main lessons such as English and Arabic as well, which makes it a loss for us in education as well.
Again, there's many examples of where teaching is poor, and again, a lack of funding, lack of resources, which is of a disadvantage to the school.
We discussed with every parent that is your child willing to come. We ask them first, and then we ask the children themselves.
Was it your decision to go to madrasa?
No, it was my parents' decision.
If you had a choice, what school would you go?
I would go to a state school, as obvious. I didn't really mind that as I was younger, but now I think that I wanted a choice. Now I think I should have a choice for that.
Is any child, do any child have any decisions when it comes to picking their school? Most parents, out of 100, 90 of them would say, no, we choose because we are more aware.
Do you feel that's right?
Nope. Because then again, it's not their life at the end of the day, it's my life they're dealing with here.
In most faith schools, daily worship and acts and things like that happen throughout the day. So it may be a case where a child may not want to pray, and yet they would be encouraged by the teacher, or probably some schools have said, and I've seen myself, where they've kind of forced the child to go and pray.
They send their children to school to be educated in Islam and learn the Islamic values.
Primary school, as you know, is always mixed, and any culture or religion can attend it. But then again, in my school, only Muslims can attend it.
Most Islamic schools that I've come across up and down the country, they do have activities that are, linking in with the wider community, and one should hope so.
Recently, we had from local police. We have police courses, and recently we started this mediation course, conflict resolution, and so on.
But again, because most faith schools have less funding, have started up at a later stage, there's a strong area for development that is needed there.
Why don't you take my lead and tell your parents and leave and go to state school?
I have, as you don't know, I have tried. But then again, in some matters, my sister always says, we pay money for you, now it's your choice to make it up to us and all that stuff. So more or less, I don't have a choice.
So there's restrictions throughout, your education line. To actually say if there's one in any particular school, that will be based on the ethos of the school and the funding of the school.
I've not come across any child who said, I don't want to come, my parents are forcing me. It's nothing like that. We've seen in the past, there was some student, whoever was pressured to come by the parents, they left. And I don't think they have met their potential. So our policy is very clear. We want both the parents and the child to be willing to come to school.
So you just want to be a teenager?
Yeah, a free teenager. I would change it by making a mixed school and say for example, me, if I was put into a state school, then I would have spoken more freely to free my mind. Whereas in the Islamic school, I will have a boxed mind and whatever I say doesn't always come out.